And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Film Box Podcast, a movie podcast about rom-coms. That's right, it's February. It's the month of love, and we're here talking about our favorite rom-coms. I'm your host, Aaron Souza. I'm joined today by the usual crew, Connor and Sam, and special guests. We have Jasmine, and I can't pronounce your last name, so please pronounce it for me.
Chapatwala. It's a lot.
Thank you very much.
It's banana.
Okay, fair enough. From at Cinesaint on TikTok, and yeah, we're gonna be talking about some rom-coms. We're doing a rom-com draft today. How's everyone doing?
Doing lovely tonight. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great.
Was that a pun? You're
Love
doing
me?
lovely. Yeah,
Oh,
you.
no. Well, no, honestly, my brain hasn't fully clicked yet. I gotta be honest, my dog Nate has kind of been a little bit of a nuisance today. So
God.
I've kind of just been out of it. Like my backyard's like fenced in, but he somehow managed to get to my neighbor's yard and took a shit in his yard.
Nice.
So I had to run over there, clean it up before he noticed. He's just slipping fences and like running away, and
Lovely.
love him, but
Yeah.
it's
Well,
really
I know
pushing
how
his
that feels.
freedoms.
My our cats today 3 times during the course of the night woke us up to feed them, so that was fun. But yeah, so today, like I said, we're talking about we're doing a draft. We're doing another draft. We're doing a rom-com draft. But before we do that, we got to talk about what we've been watching lately. And Jasmine, I'm actually going to have you go first, kind of give yourself a little bit of an introduction and talk about what you've seen lately, what your favorite movies are, kind of give us in the audience a bit of a sense of what you like to watch.
Okay. Wow, you really are just throwing me into the bus. That's fine.
I absolutely am
I'm
throwing you
super
to the
prepared
wolves
for
right now.
this, by the way.
Mhm.
Yes, so prepared. Actually, what I really like to watch is, I always say anything, but my favorite director is Tarantino, if that helps. But I do think that like better encapsulates the kind of movies I like. I love horror. I love gore.
Nice.
I-
Nice.
Yes. I also love, like, one of the best movies to describe me would be Jennifer's Body, because I love the like girl forward aspect of that movie. And I also love that she eats people in a terrifying So yeah. But I will watch pretty much anything. I love movies. That's why I do what I do on TikTok, is because everyone else in my life is sick of me talking about them. So of course you got to
Join the club, really.
Yep, you got to take the internet at that point. But I really figured out I love movies when I saw The Dark Knight 8 times in theaters, and my aunt was like, "Aren't you concerned about what you're doing with your time?" Mind you, I was in like 7th grade, and she was like, "You should probably figure out what you're doing with your time." And I was like, "Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm seeing The Dark Knight again, and I'm happy with it."
I love that.
So yeah, that's how I figured out I like movies. But yeah, Letterboxd and like TikTok and all this have really just helped fully realize that. And then I studied it in college, and then I really couldn't shut up about it because I actually knew what I was talking about.
Damn.
Yeah, it's way more professional than us, because none of us went to studied film. I took 1 film class in college. And that was the extent, I think, of our combined education with
I
film.
took one course in high school and I dropped out the first day.
Fair enough.
So you didn't take it, really, is what I'm hearing.
I signed up.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
close enough.
You tried.
Cool. Well, why don't we run down like we usually do the movies we've been watching lately? Sam, you always start us off, so why don't you start us off, Connor? Yep, exactly. No, Sam, go ahead.
Yeah. I was trying to knock off some of the my Oscar list. So I watched Amelia Perez.
Gross.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
kind of really wanted to see how bad it was, and I was not disappointed. Well,
Yeah.
I was disappointed.
Well,
and then I watched the documentary, "The Only Girl in the Orchestra." It wasn't bad. I liked that one. Then just wanted to knock some stuff off my watch list, so I've watched the original Robin Hood. Well, I mean, I've seen it before, but not in a while. And then continue my Jared Butler. I guess you could call it franchise.
Obsession.
your Gerard Butler run.
Yes. London Has Fallen. So
Nice.
watched 4 of his movies this year so far, and we'll see how that
Wait,
goes.
in 2025 so far, you've watched.
Yes.
Jesus.
I've watched both Den of Thieves, and then
Yeah.
Olympus Has Fallen, and then London Has Fallen.
Nice. Nice. What is
You see
what
they're
is the one he
making
had
Den of
last
Thieves
year? Was
3?
like,
Plane.
oh yes, Den of Thieves 3.
Yeah, he did Plane last or 2
Yeah,
years ago.
that's what it was. Plain. All right. Well,
but yeah,
I will.
that's pretty much it.
Oh, are you done? What
I'm
are you
good.
drinking tonight?
I'm good.
That's right.
I'm good old ginger ale and rum. Spicing
Nice.
it up a little bit tonight.
Very nice. All right, I will go next. I have seen 6 movies since we last recorded. Starting off with a recommendation from my dad, which was The China Syndrome from 1979. I have been on a bit of a run of movies about like reporting and news and that sort of stuff. Watching Spotlight, I watched All the President's Men, which is like now in my Letterboxd top 4. The movie was phenomenal, and so I was telling him about that, and he was like, "You should watch The China Syndrome," and I did, and it was really good. And that's all I have to say about that. It was fun. Really interesting movie that shows like kind of the fear of the era of nuclear energy. I guess the whole idea of nuclear energy was really, really new at the time when the movie was made, and this whole idea of like what they call the China Syndrome, where if there's a nuclear meltdown, then the core will just go straight through the earth. They say all the way down to China, which is like a scary thing, but kind of outlandish today. But in 1979, it was a very real thing that they were thinking of. So that was cool to have that perspective of it. Followed that up with the Descendants, the George Clooney movie. I love Alexander Payne, and I didn't like this one as much as I was hoping. So that was sad. Same day, did a rewatch of A Complete Unknown with my girlfriend. It was her first time watching, my second time watching. I loved it. Timothy Chalamet is great, so then watched Memoir of a Snail, which is the Oscar-nominated animated film, and I have not cried as much at a movie as I have at that. It is so sad. It is. Have any of you seen Memoir of a Snail yet?
No, it's on my watch
Not
list.
yet.
It is so sad.
Thanks for the
Like,
warning. I did
yeah.
not think I would cry. I wanted to go in blind, but I'm glad that I know that.
No, I don't cry. I'm not like a movie crier all that much, but like I will shed a tear at some things. This, I was like weeping. It's so sad.
No.
And then follow that up with Lost in Translation, which was a first time watch. I absolutely loved it. It was so good. And then 2 days ago was my last movie, Watch the Wild Robot. So that's what I've seen lately.
Did you also re-cry in that one?
I had the tears were welling up, but I did not cry again at that one. Although the scene where Roz runs after Bright Bill when he's leaving is top 5 moment this year. All right, Connor, what about you? Oh, and I should give you, Jasmine, I should warn you, Connor sees a lot of movies. So like in a typical week, could be anywhere from 10 to 15 to 16 to 18
It's
sometimes.
not,
That's happened.
It's not that bad. It's not that.
It's been there.
It was
You
like a
say that.
2-week stretch.
You've been there. How
I
many is
work
it this
from
week though?
home. 8.
Okay, so not too bad.
Started off with Queer. From last time, that was my random generated movie.
Oh, I
That
didn't watch
movie-
mine.
Well, you got like one of the Stallone like
Yeah,
junk movies.
we'll do that again
came
this
out.
episode.
But Queer's really good. Really beautiful looking movie. Great story. Then I saw my first movie of 2025, like releases with Presents. That movie was pretty good too. It's kind of like, I don't know, it took me like a second to get used to like the first person style of it. And also like it fades to black like every 3 or 5 minutes, which was interesting. But the ending, like literally, I was there with my girlfriend Erin, and we literally like just had our mouth were just dropped. Like it was a really
Interesting.
good ending. Then I went back on my good old oldies run. I watched The Apartment from 1960. The movie's a classic. We'll get to it today probably. Followed it up with Charade because it popped up on Tubi, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I like
Never heard
Audrey
of that movie.
Hepburn. It's good. It's
Okay.
good. It's about a woman whose husband dies, and apparently he stole like $2,500,000, and everyone's
How
looking
much?
for it. I don't know, man. I'm just rambling.
2,500,000.
Yeah. Everyone's just looking for it. But Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant are really good in it. Then I watched Some Like It Hot. That movie is
Nice.
awesome. I like that one a lot. Followed it up with Baby Girl from this last year. Didn't know what to expect really, and I wasn't the biggest fan. But I think also I couldn't give it my full attention because I watched it today and Nate was running amok, if you will. So I couldn't really focus. But then I watched The Philadelphia Story. That one's really good, as well as Roman Holiday. So
Wow,
I've been cranking out these movies from like the 50s and 60s, and I love them all.
I love it.
Lots of Audrey Hepburn there.
Yeah, I'm a big Hepburn fan, her and Catherine.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
with Cary Grant and James Stewart. If I just see them in like the cast, I'm like, I gotta see it at some point.
Yeah. You're in.
I am. I got water with some flavor in it too.
I also have water, by the way. I never said that. All right. So before we get into the actual draft and run down how that's gonna work, I got some things to talk about. There's been some stuff.
What's been pissing
Um,
your gears?
Yeah, what's been pissing my gears, which is a segment that we call this. What's not pissing my gears though, right before we recorded, it was officially announced from an article by Deadline that Matthew Lillard is back as Stu Macher for Scream 7.
Oh my god.
So that is
They're
happening.
bringing everyone back.
That's actually probably, in my opinion, one of the only ways to save it, considering we lost Jenna Ortega.
Mhm.
And what was her name?
Melissa Barrera.
Melissa Burr.
We lost her, but Scream is one of my top 4 on Letterboxd, like permanently. I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies ever. I can't believe this was the news you were hiding because
Yes, this
how
was
did
the
I
news.
not know?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know
it
how
was
it didn't
literally.
pop up on my feed either.
Yeah, I'm
Hey.
like, what?
I don't know, man. I see it from Discussing Film, Bloody Disgusting, and where else? Who else? Screen Time on Twitter.
This
So-
is huge.
Yeah, it's from
This is
a
the
Deadline
best
report,
movie.
so it's legit.
Oh my-
I kind of wish I did know that now. Oh, man, imagine how cool that would have been, like seeing it blind.
almost would have been like an Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah,
Fair.
but I saw that like 3 weeks after everyone else, so it was
Yeah, so
kinda
you
spoiled
knew
at that point.
I mean, I think the whole world knew going
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, because they kind of messed up the trailer, and
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, there were people literally analyzing to the frame that trailer of like, this is exactly where they would be, and they're cut out of the trailer.
Yeah, one of the
And
parts
the-
is
yeah.
where the
It was like a behind the scenes photo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I remember it was like literally bars. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, that's exactly it. And then
Mhm.
I think part of the script got leaked or something.
Yeah.
So I was on that. I'm a huge Marvel nerd, or I was, when it was good.
Good. Yeah. Well, speaking of Marvel, that's a great segue to the news also that Chris Evans is not returning in Avengers Doomsday. He debunked that today and said, no, I'm retired.
We'll see.
That's, yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
I mean-
Everyone's
Got
coming
Robert
back.
Downey Jr. back. So
Yeah, ugh.
the thing is, I don't want to see him. So this is okay with me if he's not going to be in it.
Yeah, well.
I think
Wasn't there-
he needs to be back though.
Say, isn't it rumored there are a couple of
Well, save it, yeah, but
Save his career, more like.
for his first
Fair
season,
enough.
I think he needs to be back.
his filmography the past couple of years?
Not
Ew.
good. All we can hope for is that Celine song can save him.
It's also rumored that a couple of the trailers might be coming out on the Super Bowl halftime too.
Ooh,
So.
yeah, that'd be cool. I think
Yeah.
I heard that it was like they
It's
were
like-
gonna do 3 of the 4 superhero movies, and then Superman was doing the one at the Puppy Bowl,
The Puppy Bowl.
which I love.
I mean, that's what I watched the Super Bowl for, the Puppy Bowl and the commercials.
If it doesn't have crypto in, I'm not watching.
Yeah, right?
Nice. All right, but the real thing I wanted to talk about, and I think we all want to talk about, is just how bad Emilia Perez is once again
Oh,
in the
5
news.
episodes in a row.
Yeah, this is 5 in a row for us talking about trashing Emilia Perez. But we're not doing it for no reason. Because
It
over the
sucks.
last, yeah, well, it sucks. Yes, but over the last few days, a lot of stuff has happened. Carlos Sofia Gascon specifically has basically accused everyone of being out for the movie and for her. Specifically Fernanda Torres, a fellow nominee for Best Actress, which is against Oscar rules. She pretty much trashed on an interview. And then people started digging. They found some old tweets from her from a few years ago where she was making fun of everything. And yeah, it's not good.
No.
Yeah,
but I
it's
think it's
Go
good
ahead.
for, it's good for the nominations, because hopefully it will stain it enough that it doesn't
Yeah.
actually win anything. But sorry, what
It
were you
might.
saying?
No, I was gonna say it's like it's I was reading through all the tweets too, and it's like very, very deplorable things she was saying.
Yeah,
And
it's bad.
People were making some jokes and some things, and obviously it's too late with the nominations. Like, I don't think they're gonna rescind anything. But I mean, I don't think she really had a shot to begin with, but
No, there's really not a shot.
there shouldn't be a shot. Like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
that's such a bad look too. Like, even like the Fernanda Torres stuff, to say like her and her campaign were trashing Emilia Perez, when everyone can easily point out like how supportive Torres has been
Mhm.
and all of Brazil has been, and then immediately they just took all that support away.
Yep. I mean, this is so bad for the movie itself that like it might drop. I have already seen people saying that it's going to drop out of the favorite for a lot of categories,
Mhm.
which is insane because like a week ago this was the front runner potentially for Best Picture.
Yeah.
It's nuts to me, but that's what happens when you have just an ugly movie that not so good people are working on.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's Jacques Audiard, who's
Once again,
doubling
yes.
down, doubling down on his.
Not to be one-upped, saying that Spanish is a language of the poor people, which is really a wild thing to say. Man, they cannot be stopped. This whole thing feels like a conclave, like I'm watching Conclave all over again.
This honest to God feels like the litmus test. If like there's no possible way anyone with like a conscience and moral can like see everything and be like, yeah, but like I still enjoyed the movie enough to vote for all of these awards.
Separate the art from the artist. Except the art is bad too.
I would just love to meet anyone who enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, I honestly haven't met a single person who's liked it, but Emilia Perez is such a weird. It comes at a weird time, and it kind of hits the right audience of Oscars voters who see a movie like that and say, "I'm doing a good thing by voting for this story."
Yeah.
And really, when you look at the story, it's bad. It's awful.
It's tone deaf.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually understand what, like, I don't know. I have so many issues with them.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Like, if that's what it's even supposed to be, and like for it to be good, it's bad.
Yeah. We've gone very much at length about this film, and man, it really just drives me up a wall. I hate it so much. It's really, I mean, it's just deplorable, really. It's just bad for everyone.
Yeah.
But that's what I got. Anyone else have anything else that they want to bring up before we move into our draft?
No, just go watch Johann Sacre Bleu on YouTube. It's Mexico's response to Emilia Perez, where they made Romeo and Juliet for French people, but it's as stereotypical as Emilia Perez's, but it's so much funnier.
It's called Johann Sacre Bleu.
Yeah, the musical.
That is the greatest name I've ever heard in my life.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah.
I will be linking that in the description of this episode.
Please.
It's the best fuck you to... I need to stop swearing because my dad just found out I had a podcast and he's going to start listening.
Oh, no. Just as a comparison, Johann Sacre Bleu on IMDb has a IMDb rating of a 9.9 out of 10.
Whoa, what?
Like
with 6,000 reviews.
Jeez.
Go support real art.
It has 5.7 thousand 10-star ratings, 196 9-star ratings, and kind of middling numbers throughout the rest of the way, except for 39 1-stars. And that's probably the whole cast of Emilia Perez.
I can't wait to watch this movie.
This
is going to be so good.
1.8 million views. It's it's less than 30 minutes, so...
Perfect, yeah.
Watch on your lunch
okay.
break.
Yeah. That'll be tomorrow's watch for sure. Is it on Letterboxd? I need to log this on Letterboxd.
I'm just gonna say, I'm looking for it right now.
Oh my god. All right. Well, while we do that,
it is.
Sweet. I'll be logging that.
It's all 5 stars.
It has 14,000 reviews.
It's all 5 stars.
And it's has to be one of the highest rated things I've ever seen on Letterboxd.
Johann Sacre Bleu.
Added to the watch list.
Honestly, it's a 2025 film. We could see this nominated for an Oscar next year. in the shorts. Oh wow. The real life of a French people in a musical made by people in Mexico tells the epic tale of baguettes, croissants, stinky cheese, and the difficulties of not taking daily showers. Oh man, love it. All right, rom-com draft. That's what we're actually here for.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, if you haven't listened to one of these episodes, the way this is going to work is we are going to do. We're going to figure out randomly who goes first, and then we've got 6 categories that we've got to fill out with a whole bunch of rom-coms that we've got. Those categories are pre-2000s films, post-2000s films, blockbuster, which is any film that has made over $100 million domestic, the misunderstood category, which is any film that has under 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, the award-winning, so any movie that has won an Oscar, and then the wild card, which is open to interpretation, however you want to pick that one. Connor, do you have a duck race for us?
Yes.
All right.
I do.
All right, here we go. Let us see who's going to go first.
So, do you want to do the same thing? Winner picks their spot.
Yep, winner can pick their spot.
All right, let me turn the sound off. This is loud in my ears.
All right. Number one. Oh, Jesus. Oh well. All right, we got smoked.
Yeah.
All right. Where do you want to pick?
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just go first.
All right.
Take it easy.
Nice.
Aaron, where do you want to pick next? We're not going to do this 3 times.
I don't know, man. I'm probably just gonna go second at this point. Second
right,
feels like a good number.
Yeah.
All right, Sam, we're just going to keep this order then.
All right.
All right, so
Well,
it's Jasmine,
my
Aaron,
list
Connor,
is scrapped.
and Sam.
Hey, you got 2 picks back to back though to start.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to
Good luck.
share the actual board in the draft? Or I can. I don't care. So
I
that's
got it.
all up on the big screen. Here we go. All right. Cool. Well, Jasmine, you are first. You have the number 1 pick. So why don't you kick us off?
Okay. I'm honestly between 2 right now, but I got to go with Heather's.
Ooh.
Heather's number 1.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like it's a messed up rom-com, but I really like how like sick in the head it is and the satire in it.
Interesting. Where are you placing that one?
Pre 2000s.
Okay, pre-2000s. Heather's. That is
Heather.
not what I expected.
Listen,
To go first.
Wow.
I love
I
that.
love it, though.
I really do.
Hey, that's a good pick. I'm going to be a little bit more stereotypical. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not. Although I really want to take one. I really want to. I'm going to play it smart. And I'm actually going to drop over to the misunderstood category here.
Oh.
Because there's a movie in here that I think really deserves to be taken. What in the world?
Okay. It's okay. Just keep looking at the big board.
Everything up.
I'm okay.
I know. Just look at the big board.
I'm looking. All I see are 2 names now.
Just look at the big board.
Okay. Oh yes, the big board is there. Okay.
What
Oh yeah. Now I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's one movie on here that really stands out to me. It's How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Kate Hudson, Matthew McConaughey. I mean, you cannot beat that combo, and that gold dress is unbeatable. So How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is my number 1 pick. I think the best of the misunderstood, but that's my opinion.
Okay. See, now I would feel bad about going like stereotypical.
Yeah, we've had 2 non-stereotypical picks.
Yeah.
It's
How to
all
keep it-
part of the plan here.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, okay, I know my misunderstood's gonna be here still. I hope at least one more round. My wild card, I think, will be here still.
If you go wild card again to start a draft,
Yeah, last time me and Sam conspired to fuck Aaron over.
Yeah.
Screw
Yeah.
Aaron over for Christmas.
you know,
We took his 2 favorites.
I love the Santa Claus and I love the holdovers, and I had the 3rd pick, and those were gone.
No, you
by
had the
my
first
pick.
pick. You had the first pick, and you didn't
had-
pick either one.
No.
Oh, yeah,
you had
that's
the
right.
second pick. You had the second pick. Sam had the
Oh
first pick.
yes,
He
Sam
said-
had first, and he went holdovers, and then I went How the Grinch Stole Christmas because it's a goat misunderstood movie, and then the Santa Claus was off the board, and I was very sad.
Yeah, no,
Which
I can
one-
make so many arguments for how the Grinch Stole Christmas because I think that is genuinely a masterpiece.
It's amazing.
It's so
It's a
good.
great movie, and it has like a 20% in Rotten Tomatoes. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
Connor,
thanks
I
for
stalled
stalling.
enough for
Thanks
you.
for stalling. Yeah, thanks for stalling
Yeah.
for me. So, you know what? In the spirit of being fun, I'm going to take one of my favorite movies I'm doing "Singing in the Rain" for my pre-2000s.
Okay.
Okay, that's a great one.
Love that.
Singing in the Rain. I do know you love that film. Is that on the list here, or did you go off list?
I went off. This is the benefit of having 800 movies just sitting in the back pocket.
Yeah. We have
yeah.
155 movies on this list, and his first pick is Off It.
Off it.
Oh man! All right, Sam, you got the
All right.
double pick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go stereotypical. I'm going for my blockbuster, La La Land. You can't go wrong.
All right, fair enough.
It's
I
La La-
mean,
I was waiting for it. I was
Yeah.
like, someone's got to take it.
See,
The
that
fact-
I was gonna take it for my award-winning, but
Yeah, gotta go with that one.
Yeah,
and
that
then
was
for
a good
my
one.
Second one, I think I'm also gonna go with Misunderstood. And it's gonna be mine's gonna be 50 First Dates.
it's a good one. You know, not my favorite Adam Sandler, but it's not terrible.
That's why it's misunderstood.
Okay, fair enough.
it's a great point.
Yeah, man. All right, Connor, back to you. We're already. I'm already almost up. Jesus. Oh God. All
Yeah,
right.
we gotta start planning ahead. Okay, so I got my pre-2000s. I'm good there. You know what? I'm gonna take my blockbuster too, because I feel like
Oh God.
there's not a ton, and I'm gonna take Crazy Rich Asians.
Ooh, okay. There's a lot of picks I'm not expecting here.
Yeah. Yup.
That movie's really fun. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Crazy Rich Asians is a good one. I've never seen it, so I actually don't know. I can't say that it's good or bad.
It's quite good.
I will take your word for it. All right, I can't believe it's come around to me, and my pick is still here. And it's the greatest rom-com to ever be made. And it's such an obvious pick for me, and I can't believe it didn't get taken. And it's my yeah, thank you, Connor. It's When Harry Met Sally. It is the greatest rom-com ever made, bar none. And I almost took it first. And I'm shocked it didn't make it. Or it made it all the way around.
We have a bit of an inside joke here. I'm not the biggest fan of it.
I mean, fair enough. I've seen it once and I was like not deeply impressed, but you know what? I understand the cultural impact.
Well, look,
Aaron's gonna...
in our original iteration of our podcast, Connor and I did a whole episode reviewing When Harry Met Sally, and we were little college sophomores at that point or whatever it was. And we didn't really get it. And Connor definitely didn't get it. Yeah. And
You liked
so Connor,
it. I didn't.
yeah, Connor didn't like it, and then my dad heard the episode, and he was like, "Connor, you got it all wrong, man. This movie's so good."
Well, no. So what happened is the first time I met Aaron's dad, the first word he said to me was "hi." Second word he said was, "You need to rewatch When Harry Met Sally."
Yep. Oh my God. All right. Well, you are up, Jasmine, and you get double pick.
All right. These two are honestly interchangeable too because they both fit in both categories and I don't want to lose either of them. So, award-winning.
Oh,
Go Almost Famous.
damn! It's a great pick.
I know. I love that movie. I
wasn't sure if that was going to stick around or
probably
not.
see the poster for it.
Yep. I did earlier.
Yeah, the La La Land poster's there too, but it's okay. We don't have to talk about that. And then post 2000s. Yeah, Lost in Translation.
Damn it!
Sorry, I was like,
Oh,
Yes.
that's a great
Feel
pick.
it.
That's the first big
I'm
one.
so sorry.
So someone always has to get the short end of the stick. I'm glad it's
Yeah,
not me.
It's
this
usually
time.
Aaron.
I
It
was
is usually
just
Aaron.
thinking. Man, my draft is going exactly as I
Sorry.
planned it. I was just thinking that. Oh man, that's a great pick. I mean, Lost in Translation is phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm liking the board right now. It looks good.
Oh wow, and then it comes to me, and here we are. Oh boy! All right, I need to I need to reevaluate here. I actually do have a pick. I have a pick for Blockbuster. And it's interesting because I had thought about this earlier today and was thinking, okay, where can I go with Blockbuster? There's a lot of movies on here, but not a ton that I'm like super enthused about, to be honest. Some really good films. Obviously, La La Land is gone. But there's one that I saw that I really liked that I was like, you know what, that's gonna be my pick. And then right before I got on to record, it was on TV. So it's like it has to be. And that movie is Jerry Maguire for my Blockbuster. I mean, Tom Cruise and Renee Zellweger, can't go wrong there. Also, Glenn Frey has an appearance, the lead singer / guitarist of the Eagles, which is my favorite band ever. So can't go wrong there. Movie about sports and love. I mean, it's great. And it was a sign. It's just a sign. So I'm rolling with Jerry Maguire. And my next pick would have been Lost in Translation, but now I can't
So sorry.
have that.
Actually, a funny story about Jerry Maguire. My friend collects the VHS tapes, and I think right now he's up to 18 copies of Jerry Maguire.
Oh, he collects just Jerry Maguire VHS.
But like he has other VHS, but it's specifically like a stack in his room of Jerry Maguire VHS tapes. I've tried asking him like, how much do you love this movie? Like, is it really? It's just for the gag, I guess.
It's just
to have it.
It's like the guy, I don't know if he's on Twitter or if I've seen him on TikTok or whatever, but he just keeps collecting Wedding Crashers. Just has like hundreds of copies of Wedding Crashers.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, Connor, what are you thinking here?
All right. So my post 2000s board was actually way smaller than my other boards.
Mm-hmm.
And I know feel like none of my movies from here on out I feel like anyone would take.
Interesting.
So I mean I could be pretty flat about them in the order I pick them, but I think I'm gonna take About Time as my
Again,
post 2000s.
you thought no one would take it? That was on my list to take from you.
Well then.
I literally had it on my list here. I was
one.
like, this is a Connor pick. I will be taking that if I can.
It was between that and another movie, and I think I'm going to save that other movie for my wild card.
To be fair, About Time is phenomenal.
It's
a great
awesome.
movie.
Agreed.
All right, go Sam.
All right, got the double back-to-back again. I'm surprised this one has made it this far, but it's one of the best fantasy romantic comedies of all time, in my opinion. So for my pre-2000s, it's gonna be The Princess Bride.
Yeah, knew it.
Yeah.
And that's on my list again and coming off the list. It was further down, to be fair, but
some of the most quotable lines in that movie.
yeah.
And then I'm stuck in between a couple. I think I'm gonna knock out my award-winning. And
okay.
Again, I'm going through two. I think I'm gonna do Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Ooh.
bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, another steal. Gone.
I'm not gonna lie, that one hurt.
Gone. Breakfast at Tiffany's. That's a good pick. I haven't seen it, so I'm just going off of what I know. But great pick.
Twice this year.
Thanks, Harry. Appreciate it.
Oh man.
Well,
was that your next pick, Connor?
no, but it was on my board, and I was like, yeah, I don't think anyone is gonna take it. So I was like, yeah, it's nice to have in my back pocket. But now I'm nervous.
Oh.
So I think for my next pick, I will get I'll get my award winner out of the way as well. And I'm between two.
Mm.
I'm gonna filter the board, so don't flip out.
Don't freak out again. Here we go.
Okay. I just had to make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna take Some Like It Hot.
Okay. In your wild card or your award winning?
That's Sam's column too.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No, Some Like It Hot rocks. It's has anyone seen it besides me?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that movie. I just saw it for the first time, but it's just, I don't know why, it's felt so comforting.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just like
Jack
Jack Lemmon.
rom-coms have that like comfort feel to it.
Yeah,
That's a cozy movie.
it really is, and I'm fascinated by the fact that they were able to make it in like the 50s and 60s.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a movie about cross-dressing.
Yeah.
Love that. All right. My pick is still here. And that's good. And I'm actually gonna throw it. I'm gonna dip into the wild card. And I'm taking a film that I know Connor loves, but I love it too. And it fits a theme that I'm running with.
Swear to God.
In my movies already. A good old number theme here, and it's 10 Things I Hate About You. Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Nice try, right?
No, I
try.
tried. No, hey, that's a great pick though.
No,
10
it is
Things I
a
Hate
great. It
About
is a
You
great pick. Yeah,
is
absolutely.
awesome. And I got, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, 10 Things I Hate About You. It's a whole numbers game I'm playing right now.
You get 17 again.
Yeah. Going with
really wanna screw
27
me.
dresses.
Let me decide which one I want to go with right now. Okay. I'm going to go with my misunderstood movie.
Okay.
And that is
Aloha.
No.
With Bradley Cooper, right?
Yeah.
That is 27 Dresses.
All right.
Ooh.
There, it's off the board.
Yeah. I really
Okay.
do think that like the chemistry between the two of them, and there's that Benny and the Jets scene in
Oh,
the
yeah.
bar. Yeah. Like that is to me what a rom-com is. And the cheesiness, the like kind of like unrealistic, like you've been 27 people consider you close enough to be their bridesmaid is crazy. First of all. And then
That's
of
what that
course at
movie's
the
about.
end, I mean it's one of my comfort movies too. Like I love that movie. And that was like during Katherine Heigl's prime.
Whole deal, yeah.
Yeah.
That was Grey's Anatomy, Katherine Heigl.
Yes. And then I think I'm gonna go with Blockbuster. Just because, not that I'm really worried, but I'm not gonna lie, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Losing that one was rough.
Mm,
But
yeah. It's a great pick. If I do say so myself.
Alright.
Number one pick, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is
I think for Blockbuster, I gotta go Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a good
yeah,
one.
Oh, yeah.
good one.
I think that movie it's so fun. And again, like she's stunning in that, of
Mhm.
course, but it's a cute story and kind of what I think of when I think of rom-coms. And
Yeah, and also for the time too. It's like it was one of those movies you didn't really see a movie that has its subject be a sex worker hit the mainstream like it did, and yet it made over $100 million.
yeah, I saw someone make the joke like, "Oh, Pretty Woman walked so Nora could run."
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh boy, is it my turn now? Oh
Oh, it
Christ!
is.
All right, I have no idea what I'm doing. Can you sort it by award winning for me, please? Or actually, I can do it, or you can do it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, that's a good one. I can't take that. I'm not dipping into the Woody Allen pool here. Not gonna do it.
Don't do it.
Not gonna do it. All right, I'm between two, and I think I'm gonna take one that's a bit. I think I'm gonna go a bit underrated, or at least not really thought about. Unconventional rom-com, if you will, on there, and it's gonna be Her for my award-winning.
Really?
Okay.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Well, it was
Yeah.
between that and The Graduate, and The Graduate felt like a standard pick, so I'm going with Her. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix is very good, and we're in the time of AI, I guess, so might as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Old pick.
AI before AI was like genuinely getting a little scary in movies.
Yeah.
We'll have AI girlfriends and boyfriends soon enough.
Oh, side, completely off topic, but the school that I work at, they just released their food delivery robots
Ew.
on campus. So,
Yikes!
Yeah.
Are those like the things that like they travel around on wheels and
Yes,
like
yeah,
That
just
with
a
a little
God, I've
flag.
seen those.
yes,
They're kind of
Wild.
cute, though.
I went to.
I don't like the ones in like Stop and Shop, like the big ones. That
Oh,
are
yeah.
just, I hate those guys.
Stop and Shop is the only place I see those too. There's
Yeah.
giant, like, oh god, the giant ones that just get in your way, and I don't even know what do they do?
no idea.
Does anyone know what they actually do?
Oh, his
I'm
name
not
is
sure.
Marty.
Price check?
I don't know.
Reports spills, debris, and other potential hazards. What else you do?
So it's like a bad janitor.
Pretty
It's-
much.
all it does is scan for the hey, there's a spill there. Hey guys, there's a spill there. You got to go clean it up. All right, I'm going back to charge.
It's a big Roomba.
Not even. It doesn't pick up the mechs. It
Yeah,
just
no, it
tells
doesn't.
you
It's
that
just
there
like,
is
hey,
one.
Hey Dave,
It alerts the
someone spilled
Roomba.
milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it alerts the Roomba, which alerts the janitor, which
Yep.
then alerts the
Yeah.
manager.
Peak
And at that point,
efficiency.
the patrons are just picking it up with their hands off the floor.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my god. All right. Well, that reminds me of I was listening to a different podcast, and they do this whole segment about like food stuff that's happening in like fast food service or quick service, whatever, and brand eating. And White Castle introduced something called Flippy, which is a French fry robot that cooks and flips burgers and French fries. And it is ridiculous. It is about as ridiculous as it sounds.
Fast food simulator.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. It's called Flippy. It is a giant thing that you press a button and it cooks and flips burgers and fries, and it's ridiculous. Anyways, whose turn is it? Is it Connor's turn?
Connors.
Oh,
It's
yes.
mine. While we were stalling, I should have made a plan, but I didn't.
Hey, I can stall longer. I can keep going.
No. We don't need to do that.
I don't know. Have you guys ever been to revolving sushi places? Because those talking about robots. There's one in
That doesn't help.
in what is it? Framingham? Yeah, in Framingham, and it's a robot. There's no waiters. Like a waiter like seats you, but then you put your drink order in, and there's a robot that comes and delivers it to your table. It's
Jeez.
awesome, and it plays like a little sound. It's so sick.
wow.
Yeah,
You know-
so I made my pick.
Okay.
Sorry. I was trying to see which I was between two movies. I was trying to see which I had a higher Letterboxd score. I gave them both 4, so it was pointless. But for my wild card, I'm picking Cha Cha Real Smooth.
Very nice.
Right. When we did our 2022 award, I was really pushing for that as like the most like biggest surprise. That movie is so fucking good. Loved all the performances. It was just a real like heartfelt movie.
Very good. Very cool.
Nice.
All right. I have one spot left. It's my post 2000
Not,
spot.
not your turn.
We're going down. I thought we were going up. Sorry. My bad. Hey, I got more time. Guys.
Just because that, I think I'm going to pick your pick. I'm just kidding.
You don't know what I'm picking. I don't know what I'm picking.
So I got my last two picks. All right. So I got post 2000 and wild card. Post 2000. What are you laughing at?
I just totally I was talking about Flippy and like robots, and I lost where I was in the draft.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of on topic. I hear companion is AI, right?
I've heard. I think.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's going to be huge. I've seen nonstop ads for it.
And then there's Megan 2.0 or Matugan. I don't know if they're doing that or not. Or it's Mathregan 2.
Stop.
Yeah.
this is what it is.
What?
Hey, the E in Megan is a 3. It's Mathregan. Anyways, make your picks.
Okay.
Say,
All right,
calling?
For my post 2000, I gotta go with some Bradley Cooper action. I'm gonna go with Silver Linings Playbook.
Okay. We were talking about this off podcast that someone here doesn't like this movie at all.
I know.
Really?
I know, such a hot take, right? Apparently, but it's just Bradley Cooper for me. I think that's what kind of kills me. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that movie, but I watched it once and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I never need to watch this again. But I see why other people like it.
Mm.
Hey,
don't know if
I
will
like
now.
it. Jennifer Lawrence is very good in it.
Listen, I know I'm in the minority. Everyone I talk to likes the movie.
Mm.
I just don't. There's something about it.
It does have what, like a lot on Rotten Tomatoes. It's
Yeah.
92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, it's up there. 132 million at the box office.
Yeah.
Award winning.
Hey, we all have our
It
hot
has
takes,
all
so
the things that it needs to have to make a good movie. And objectively, sure, yeah. I just found very little joy in watching it.
Fair enough.
and then that leaves my wild card. And I'm gonna go with Clueless.
Ooh, Clueless.
Did I just steal your pick?
Actually, I was between that and something else, so you just made my decision very easy.
Perfect.
Let's get
Clueless.
it going. But yeah, no, Clueless is one of
Clueless
my
is
favorite
great.
movies of all time.
It is good.
Great.
It's good. Did any of you see Emma?
I think
No.
so.
Which
was
one?
That movie, and I realized it's based on the same source material as Clueless. But Josh O'Connor's in Emma, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh yes,
Oh yeah,
this one.
I
didn't see it.
It's on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a less good version of Clueless.
The period piece about about this person is just a worse Clueless.
Yep. It is. They're based on the same actual story.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome.
All right.
All right, Connor.
Well, this is an easy pick. For me, I'm picking Love Rosie. Love Rosie from My Misunderstood. This was one of my favorite movies. Going back from college. I just love Friends to Lovers. And I like just how they built up the relationship over time. The teen pregnancy angle was interesting, and I thought it added cool dynamics to it as well.
We absolutely
So-
grilled you when you put this on your top 25.
Yeah.
This was on your top 25? Yeah,
It
no,
was.
that was
But we also
Yeah.
grilled Aaron too, so
For
yeah.
grown-ups. We all make
Yes, I had grown-ups on my top 25. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Oh my gosh.
And there's a good reason for that.
I think we all had one that
You
we
and
were
me.
like,
shit, yeah, you know what? Maybe not. Yeah, but no, Love Rosie is a great movie. It's way better than a 32% on Rotten Tomatoes.
All right, well, my pick is still here. Actually, I didn't know what I was going to take, so it's by default still here. Post 2000s movie.
Do we need to stall for you?
No, I have a lot of options here, and I'm not really sure exactly which way I want to go. And I could go stereotypical with like me because it's one of my favorite movies, or I could try and be a little different. But I think I'm gonna stick with stereotypical. I'm gonna stick with my whole numbers theme that I guess I got going on here.
17 again.
No, it's 500 Days of Summer, the anti rom-com, if you will.
Yeah.
I love
Great.
that movie.
That's a good one.
I am a huge Joseph Gordon-Levitt fan. I watch pretty much anything that he's in. He's great in it. Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I agree. I love the conversation about it now because I think it was so like not necessarily misunderstood, but kind of misunderstood
Mm-hmm.
back when she was considered the villain, and now she's not considered the villain, and he is. With like conversation about it now.
Yeah, it's
I don't think
interesting.
there necessarily is a villain.
No,
I just-
it's just people.
Yeah, and I like that it's like real like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, finishing out the draft.
Yay. Okay, well,
The
I was
final
between
pick.
I'm between a bunch. Obviously it's a wild card, so I have all the options in the world.
Mhm.
And part of me wants to be like, yes, Amelie is still here. I love Amelie. That's such a great movie, and it is. But if you were to ask me at any point, at any time, if I would watch this movie, the answer is always yes. So I'm gonna go with Easy A.
Ooh,
Ooh,
well, I'm a
okay.
stone.
Emma Stone is hilarious in that movie. I think the premise is just like so wacky. Yeah, that's a fun movie for me. And Penn Badgley is in it too, and they have really great chemistry together. I
Mhm.
like that. It's not the parents. First of all, Stanley Tucci, and I don't know the actress's name. I can't remember right now, but there's just so much about that movie that makes it like so unique and specific that I mean, it's a comfort movie. I love it.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a good pick. It's a very good pick. So as we usually do when we finish a draft, I want to run down some of the ones that we passed up on. Movies
All
like
120 of them.
yeah, Anyone But You. I was not taking this. No one wanted Anyone But You. All of Woody Allen. So
Fair.
no one wanted to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
No.
No one
Gotta
wanted
excuse
Annie
that
Hall.
one.
No Midnight in Paris. None of that. Bridget Jones and her whole deal. All of those movies. The Father of the Bride films. Forgetting Sarah Marshall was a very good film that no one took. High Fidelity with no John Cusack movies, which is kind of interesting. He was like the early 2000s rom-com guy, the late
Yeah.
90s 2000s one. It's a Wonderful Life, obviously leaning into the Christmas side of things. Juno was not taken. Knocked Up. Love Actually, again, another Christmas movie. My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the highest grossing rom-com of all time. 241 million domestic.
Yeah.
Neither pizza movies either, Licorice nor Mystic, were taken.
Licorice Pizza was almost my wild card too.
Oh, okay.
That would have been a real like wild card. I did
Yeah.
really like that movie. I know there's a lot of like a lot of opinions on that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something. I don't know. Like I said, I saw it months ago and I still don't know how I feel about it. 16 Candles and all of those like Molly Ringwald, John Hughes 80s films were not taken. Best Picture winner, Shakespeare in Love, doesn't make the cut. I don't think would make the cut in a lot of ways. The Big Sick, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Something's Gotta Give, The Graduate not taken, The 7-Year Itch, and some of those classic films, Wedding Planner and Wedding Singer. And to that point, also Wedding Crashers not taken. So none of the wedding films. And then Tootsie, Under the Tuscan Sun, White Christmas, You've Got Mail. Only one Meg Ryan movie taken, and it was not You've Got Mail. So quite a few movies still on the list, but I think we've got a pretty good draft here. So we will post this on Twitter and all of our socials, and you can decide who won. I think I don't know. I think I'm looking pretty good. That's just me though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours is
Stacked.
almost exactly what everyone would pick.
Exactly. Exactly. And her.
And also her.
And that's okay. No,
And it's also where you put them, I think, is like important. Like wild card is 10 things I hate about you.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah, I really thought long and hard for 5 minutes about this draft. And it worked out. No. Yeah, so we'll post them on socials and see who has the best draft. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. If you like what you listen to, leave a rating, subscribe, follow us on your favorite podcast platform. If you can go to our website, The First Picture House, you can see all of our content there, including Jasmine will be writing content for The First Picture House as well, which is awesome. And we're really excited to have her and some other people come on board and work on stuff with us. So be on the lookout for that. You can go to our socials; those all will be linked in the show notes. Check out Jasmine on TikTok at CineSaint.
Yes. Cinna.saint.
There you go, Cinna.saint.
Play on sinner or saint, but Cinna.
Hey, I like it. I just now connected that. Very nice.
Yeah. Thanks.
Very smart. As if you need my approval for that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, I think and you can go to our Letterboxd. Those will be linked in the show notes as well. They'll all be linked, and you can see what we're watching when we're watching. You don't have to wait for each episode to figure out what we've been watching. Now it's time to do our tradition for this year. So I have, and you can feel free to participate in this. I have on my screen a random movie generator where it is going to generate a random film released from 1970 to 2024. And this has all types. Last week, Connor got queer. Sam, I don't remember what you had.
Me neither.
And and that was great. And I had the film Armor from last year, the Sylvester Stallone action film, which I still need to watch. But we're going to do it again. So, who wants to get their movie first? And the crickets. Sam, all right, I'm picking for Sam first. I'll go down the line. Sam, your random movie is The Amazing Spider-Man 2 from 2014.
Perfect.
All right, Connor, your movie is called Purpose of Reunion. It looks like a Korean film from 2015.
Okay.
All right, are you joining
It's
in on
not-
this?
Yes, of
Not
course.
great
Okay.
reviews.
Jasmine, your movie is Tangled.
All right.
And my movie is Deadpool and Wolverine.
No way. I mean, you know what? Timely. You can
Yes.
study up on the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Watching Nice Pool.
Oh,
Okay, you can get a new movie. Yeah, you don't need that.
You just said your dad listens to this. We can't.
Yeah, I can't.
All
I
right.
can't have.
Well,
can't recommend
instead,
it.
you now get Zack Snyder's the original Justice League, not Zack Snyder's Justice League,
Bummer.
the 2017 one.
I take it
but
back.
don't get Aaron started
just-
on Zack Snyder.
I hate Zack Snyder so much.
Oh, really?
But that's for another time. We gotta end this episode. We'll see you next time.